ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه. ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا، من يهدي الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وأصحابه مخلصين. قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتاب مبين بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وبسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهم رجالا كثيرا ونساء، واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. الحمد لله الذي جعل يوم الجمعة سعيد الأيام، ولا نعبد ولا نستعين إلا إياه، وهو الذي فرض صلاة الجمعة بقوله تعالى: يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا نودي للصلاة من يوم الجمعة فاسعوا إلى ذكر الله وذروا البيع. المؤمنون المخلصون هم الذين آمنوا وتطمئن قلوبهم بذكر الله، ألا بذكر الله تطمئن القلوب. وأما بعد، الحمد لله. Tonight or tomorrow night or Monday night, depending on whose calendar you accept, begins the month of Ramadan. Shahr Ramadan, Allah says about it, Shahr Ramadan alladhi unzila fihi al-Quran huda linnas wa bayyinatin min al-huda wal-furqan. فَمَنْ شَهِدَ مِنْكُمْ شَهْرًا فَلْيَصُمْهُ ومن كان مريضا أو على سفر فعدته من أيام أخر. يريد الله بكم اليسر ولا يريد بكم العسر ولا تكملوا العدة ولتكبروها على ما هداكم ولعلكم تشكرون. The meaning of these words from Surah Baqarah, Ayat 185. The month of Ramadan is the month in which the Quran came down as guidance for the people, and clear proof of that guidance and discrimination between good and evil. So that those among you who are present in this month fasted, and if any of you are sick or are traveling, then make it up on a like number of other days. Allah wants to make it easy for you. Allah does not want hardship for you, and that you fulfill the number of fast days, and that you magnify God, Allah, for having guided you, and give thanks to Him. And this is, in essence, what we've been commanded, and those before us have been commanded to do. Today, I want to speak about the essence of the fasting. Allah says, Kutiba alaykum as-siyamu kama kutiba ala alladhina min qablikum. Fasting is prescribed for you just as it was prescribed or written on those who came before you. Now, fasting is of three kinds, and this is where people go off. Ordinary fasting means abstaining from food, drink, and sexual satisfaction in the times between the morning and the evening. Special fasting, which means keeping one's ears, one's eyes, one's tongue, one's hands, and one's feet, and all other organs free from overstepping the bounds that Allah has set. Extra special fasting, which means the fasting of the heart from that which is unworthy of the organ mentioned in Hadith Qudsi. Nothing contains me but the heart of the mu'min. As well as fasting from worldly thoughts and concerns in mindlessness of Allah. This way of fasting is broken by concern with other than Allah, such as, for instance, anxiety about whom you will break your fast with, and what and how, and all of these things. So we can say then clearly that in fasting, Bismillah, that there is a form of fasting which we can call ordinary fasting. This is what the Amiyah do. The majority of people are fasting ordinarily. That is, they abstain from drink and food and sexual satisfaction, and they say at the end of the day, Alhamdulillah, they fasted. And indeed they did fast, and they have their ajr for this fasting. There are others among us who look at it and see that there is what we can call special fasting. Special fasting means keeping one's ears, one's eyes, one's tongue, one's hands, one's feet, and all other organs free from overstepping the bounds which Allah has set. This is fairly easy to understand how this works. This is raising the level of fasting one level up from the ordinary fasting. And then there is extra special fasting, which I've mentioned. Nothing contains me but the heart of the mu'min. It has to do with the fasting of the heart and that. So in these forms of fasting, you see that you can fast as the Amiyah do, the majority of the people do, and Allah rewards you for it, a good reward, inshallah. Or you can take it more deeply and see that there is a special fasting, that these things are not just for the outside form of what you do, but the inside form of what you do. And then there is the special fasting. This level of fasting is that of the prophets, peace and blessings on all of them, and the awliya of Allah. May Allah sanctify their secret. This level of fasting consists of utmost dedication to Allah and is referred to in the ayat in Surah Al-An'am 91. Kullillahu thumma zarakum fil khawdihim ya'budun. Say Allah and leave them to their idle talk. In other words, everything you leave aside except this. Everything you leave aside except this. Fasting from looking at or seeing that which displeases Allah. This means that which at the lowest level is blameworthy or shameful or reprehensible. At a higher level, it is looking at that which distracts the heart and diverts it from the remembrance of Allah. The Prophet ﷺ said, "The furtive glance is one of Shaitan's poison arrow. Who forsakes it, it is out of taqwa. Allah will receive from, this person will receive from Allah a faith, the sweetness of which he will find in his or her heart." Fasting from saying that which displeases Allah. This means to guard one's tongue from idle talk, from lying, from backbiting, from scandal, from rudeness, from arguments and telling lies. One should instead observe silence and occupy one's tongue with the recital of Quran, or the dhikr of Allah, or salawat upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who said about this, fasting is a shield. If anyone is fasting, he should not use foul words or engage in foolish talk. And if anyone attacks him or her, should say, "I'm fasting, I'm fasting." There's another level of it, the third level. Hear not or do not listen to that which displeases Allah. It means closing your ears to which is unlawful, the worst of which is backbiting, and the least of which is lies, and that which incites to lust. In this dimension, silence, when one hears slanders, is just as bad as slander itself. You have to understand that. Whether you choose not to say anything about it is just as bad as giving in and talking about it. In this dimension, silence is when one hears slander. It is as bad as the slander itself. The Prophet said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the backbiter and the one who listens to it are both partners in sin. Some say even that the one who listens to it, instead of walking away immediately, is in greater sin because he has a chance to clarify for that other person what the sin is and doesn't do it. Allah says in Surah Nisa, when one listens to slander, you are like them. And the Prophet ﷺ said, the backbiter and the one who listens to it are both partners in sin. So do not approach by your hands or by your feet that which displeases Allah, including consuming questionable food at the time of breaking the fast. It's meaningless, my brothers and sisters, to fast, to abstain from what is lawful, only to break your fast with what is unlawful. Some say this refers to the hadith, how many of those who fast get nothing but hunger and thirst? Others say that it refers to those who fast from lawful food but break their fast on human flesh. Human flesh. Backbiting. Backbiting is the same as eating human flesh. So you see, it's very subtle, this levels of special fasting. Avoid overeating, as there is no organ that is made odious than an overstuffed belly. Or what use is it to fast all day if one makes up for it by eating at iftar all that is one missed in the day? And we see that. We see people, they fast all day, mashallah, mashallah, food comes, and then they start to eat, and they 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 eat. And then they have to stop to pray, and then they go back and they keep on eating. What's the use? The spirit and the secret of fasting is to weaken this appetite of self, the nafs al-amara. If the stomach is starved and then offered all kinds of delicacies and allowed to eat its full, the taste for pleasure is increased. Nor is keeping the stomach empty sufficient to remove the veil, for one must also empty the mind and the heart from other than Allah. So look to Allah with fear and with hope when the fast has been broken. One never knows if one's fast has been accepted or whether one has found favor with Allah or not, or whether all of one's fasting will be rejected, or even due to this. The Prophet said, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the fast is a trust. Let each of you keep the trust. And recited, Inna Allaha yamurukum an tu'adul amanati ila Allah. Surely Allah bids you to restore the trust to the owner. He said that in Surah Nisa, saying, hearing is a trust, and sight is a trust from Allah. So let us return our trust to Allah and make Allah accept that and reward us during this coming month of Ramadan. Allah has said about this in a summary of the month of Ramadan by the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. O people, The month of Allah has come with blessings, with mercy, with forgiveness. To Allah, this month is the best month. Its days are the best days. Its night are the best of all nights. Its hours the best of all hours. This is the month which you have been invited to be guests of Allah, and you have become the graced ones by Allah. Your souls sleep in it as worship. Your deeds are accepted. Your prayers are answered. So ask Allah with truthful intention and pure hearts that He would grant you success in fasting and reading His book. For that, the unfortunate is the one who forbids Allah's forgiveness in this great month. With your hunger and thirst, remember the hunger and thirst of the day of judgment. Give to your poor and needy. Respect the elder. Have mercy on the younger. Be nice and keep in touch with your relatives. Protect your tongues. Cast down from you what is not halal for your sights to see, and what is not halal for your ears to hear. Be compassionate and caring for the orphans of other people, so that your own orphans would be taken care of and receive compassion. Repent from your sins. Raise your hands towards Him in dua during the hours of prayer. These hours are the best hours, and Allah looks at His servants with mercy and answers their dua if they ask them. O people, your souls are hostage by your deeds, so let yourself be free by asking Allah's forgiveness. Your backs are heavy with loads, so make them light by prolonging your sajdas. You know that Allah, dhikrullah, has vowed to His dignity that He would not punish those who pray and those who make sajda, and He would not worry them with fire on the day which people rise to the Lord of the universe. O people, whoever fasting believing during this month to Allah, it is as if he had freed a slave, and his past sins are all forgiven. And he continued by saying, whoever does one faridha during this month, it's a religious deed, faridha, during this month, it is as if he had accomplished 70 good deeds in other months. Whoever increased in sending blessings on me, the Prophet speaking, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Allah will make His rewards heavy on the day when other people's rewards are light. Whoever recites one ayat of Quran will receive the reward of finishing the entire Quran in other months. O people, the doors of heaven in this month are open. So ask your Lord not to close them upon you. The doors of hell are closed. So ask your Lord not to open them for you. The devils are in chains. So ask your Lord that they do not rule you. I sit down here and ask for people for their reward during this month. You do the same. Make dua for the people, inshallah, that are in need of it. Make dua for yourself and for your family, inshallah.